Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 108, and I am so glad that you're here today because I'm talking about an important topic here. It's about the things you're saying yes to and the things you're saying no to as you start and build your business, because it's true, when you're starting your business, there's actually a lot of things you're going to have to start saying no to. So anyways, if you are new, welcome. I am so happy that you found this podcast because I have no doubt that it's going to help you along your business journey. If you're starting a business, whether it be a service-based business or a product-based business, doing what you love, then you are in the right place. Make sure you hit the plus sign right now. Like if you're an Apple Podcast, for example, in the upper corner there, in the upper right corner on your phone or wherever you're listening, there should be a little plus button. Hit that. So you are now subscribed and you get notified every time I drop a new episode that will surely help you as you start and grow your new business. And if you're new, did you know I have a private Facebook group for people like you? Well, I do. It's an awesome group of ladies. It's called Women Starting Businesses, Doing What We Love. The link is below. Come join me and the others. It's a great place to ask questions, get feedback, anything you need as you're starting your business. And it's so much fun. We have so many amazing ladies in there that would love to support you too. So click the link below to answer a few questions and jump on in the group with us. Also, too, I have some free downloads for you if you're new. I've got a 16-step checklist that will help you as you're starting your business to make sure you're going through everything you need to be doing. And I even have a guide if you're kind of stuck in the idea stage and you're like, what business idea should I start or what's best for me? I've got a great guide on that. So make sure you grab those freebies below. And if you have been one of my longtime loyal listeners, I want to say thank you right now. I'm so happy that you have found value in this podcast. I get messages all the time and emails, and people tell me that they find so much good information from this podcast. And it just makes me smile every time. It never gets old because I do this for you. I do it for people like you because I want to share my experience from all my last 20 plus years as a business owner. And it's one of the greatest things I've ever accomplished and done in my life. And that's why I just want to share this joy with you and give you lessons and tips and all that good stuff. So I'm so glad you're here. So thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello. How are you? I am so glad that you are listening today. How's your business? I need the scoop. I need to know what's going on. I need to know if you're making progress, taking steps, doing all the fun stuff. I hope you are. It's such an exciting time to be a business owner and to be getting your business off the ground. I'm just so glad you're here. Today, I'm talking with you about things you are saying yes and no to as you are starting and building your business. And it's funny because I came across a statement and now I can't even find where I saw it, but it just might have been when I was looking up maybe fitness or how to get healthier or eating better or maybe losing fat. Maybe. I'm almost 50. There's been this whole new layer of fat that has appeared on my body. What is going on? Anyone? Am I the only one? What is going on? I remember complaining in my 30s, but now I'm almost 50 and I'm like, wait, what? What is this layer? I do not live in the Arctic. I live in hot weather. I don't need this extra warmth. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, it could have been when I was looking that up. That was the only thing I could think of. But somebody had written something or I read something and it said something to the effect of, it's more about what you say no to than what you say yes to. It's more about what you say no to than what you say yes to. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Is it more about what you say no to? Or maybe it's equal. What you say no to and what you say yes to are both important. But maybe they're right. Maybe what you say no to is super important. You know, a few episodes back, I mentioned my neighbor's daughter who's in her 20s that won some fitness competition. And she got down to like 7% or 6% body fat. I don't know how she did it. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you put your mind to something. But I was thinking she said no to about 99.99999% of food, basically. She was eating like chicken breast and then like little bits of rice and stuff. I don't even know. And vegetables. I didn't get the whole menu of what she was eating, but I was just enthralled and just like amazed that someone can get themselves that thin, you know, but yet muscular at the same time. It's insane. Have you seen these fitness competition people? But I'm thinking she said no to a ton of things and barely said yes to anything. She said yes to working out every day, probably multiple times, but no to most food, right? To most everything. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, if I only had that willpower. But it's the same with your business, right? When you are starting a business and growing it, you are saying no to a lot of things and you're saying yes to others. And I just wanted to point these out because I thought it could be a good time of reflection for you to realize what you are choosing, because you are choosing this. Nobody's making you do this. This is out of your own will, right? You are choosing what to say no to and what to say yes to. It's just like with our teenagers. We tell them to say no to drugs. Don't get in a car with people who've been drinking. We tell them to say no, no, no. Yes, you can hang out here and be with these people. We try to teach them, but we do tell them a lot of no's, don't we, right? So we have to realize, as for those of you that are new business owners, right, and growing, that we are choosing, and we can't get mad, to say no to certain things. And I just want to kind of walk you through some of these today. I actually could list about 400 of these and go on and on for hours, but I'm going to spare you that and just give you my top ones here because I think these are important. And I think they'll make you think, okay? So the first thing that you are saying no to when you begin to start your business, when you're thinking about it, when you get this thing going, is you're saying no to the status quo. You're saying no more. Do I want things the way they are? I want to have a change in my life. I want to start this business because I've always wanted to, and I don't want things to keep going like they're going. And the way that your life is going before you start a business may not necessarily be bad or negative. It's just that you always have the yearning in you, and it's like this little birdie knocking on you all the time and like little pecking on your shoulder. You just feel it. And when I talk to business owners, when I talk to you, when I coach you, even grow getters, people tell me, I've wanted to do this for a long time, or it hit me a couple years ago. I would love to do this. And many of you have full-time jobs. You have other commitments. Many are starting it on the side. Some are, doing this full-time. Whatever it is, you have decided that where you are now is not how you want to continue. Again, not because everything is so bad, but because you want to make a change. Okay? It's just like when you decide to get a dog. It's not necessarily because you are the most lonely person. I mean, some people do. I've heard people get pets because they're super lonely. But most of the time, it's like you just want to add value. You want to add value to your life. You want to add this joy because dogs and cats and animals and pets bring so much joy to us every day, right? And so it's the same with your business. You know that there's a piece missing and you want something to be different. You want this joy to come into your life. And I truly believe a business can be one of the most wonderful things you ever do in your life. Mine have been for me. For over 20 years now, I've been running my own businesses. Yes, there's been ups and downs, but it's been one of the most fulfilling things I have ever done. Making a difference, making money doing what I love, feeling fulfilled, letting me use my creative brain, helping me meet people, everything that I have developed over the years, the skills, the joys, everything, I wouldn't trade for the world. But I gave up the status quo, and so are you. You are saying no to the status quo and yes to this new path that you've had this yearning to go down for a long time. You've wanted to travel this path and you're doing it now. And if you haven't done it yet, if this is your first moment, like you found this podcast, you're like just thinking about starting a business, man, think about this for a minute. What is going on in your life that it has given you this yearning? Have you had this little birdie on your shoulder for a long time saying, let's do this? Now is the time, y'all. There is no better time than right now to go ahead and start your business. You don't have to officially put tons of money in and do all this stuff, but you can be taking steps. And I'm glad you're here to be hearing this today because you don't have to accept the status quo. You can move forward along this business path, okay? So that's the first thing you're saying no to and you're saying yes to at the same time. The second thing is you're saying no to building someone else's business. Does that sound selfish? But many of you, just like Stacy last week, did y'all listen to that episode? She is a Pilates instructor, worked for a fitness club in Houston for years and was building up their Pilates membership business. And she had her aha moment. She had her realization that, you know what? What am I doing? I could open my own studio. And she is. She's in the thick of it right now. She just opened in July of this year. I'm recording this very beginning of November, and she's only been in business a few months, but you could hear it in her voice, the joy and excitement and just optimism about her business. No, has it been easy? No. Is she making all the money that she wants to make, her end goal, just a few months in? No. She's building it. This is part of it. Okay? She is keeping her head on straight and moving forward, and she's part of my Grow Getters and making progress every week, right? It's the same for you. You probably have this yearning that you're like, I'm kind of tired of building someone else's business. And I think that's a fair statement. Now, again, many of you have jobs already, and you can keep your job and you can start building this on the side. And then once you get it to a level that you feel comfortable with, then you can break away and maybe quit your other position, right? But you are saying no to building someone else's business and yes to the challenge of building your own. Did I say the vacation of building your own business? I did not. It is not a vacation. It is a challenge. It will take up a ton of your time. It will take up your free time. It's just like if you get a pet or you have a child, right? Your life is different. You're taking on this challenge, but you know that it's going to build you into the person that you know you're capable of becoming. Let me say that again. You know there's a person in there that is capable of so much more. You know it. I knew it. I knew it before I started this business here. Like, I have so much to give. What should I be doing? You know you have it, right? And so you are saying yes to this challenge to do this, and you're going to put everything you've got into it without sacrificing relationships, without, mortgaging your house or doing anything silly. You're doing it in a smart and intelligent and strategic way, an ethical way, right? You are building this business dream of yours. You're taking one step in front of the other all the time, every day, every week, every month, when you can. And these little baby steps are going to add up into big leaps. It's like the time value of money in a bank account. The beginning looks really slow sometimes. It does. But it adds up and it adds up and it adds up and it adds up. Okay? You have the opportunity to make deposits into this business bank account of yours. That's just an analogy every day. And it's going to add up and add up and add up. Okay. You are saying no to building someone else's business, and you're saying yes to the challenge of building your own. You can do this. There's proof all around you of successful businesses, right? You have a gift. You know that you have a special gift and skills that can be used toward a business. You know this. And you're saying no to building it for someone else. And you're saying yes to doing it yourself. That's awesome. How awesome is this? That we have this freedom to do this. I was thinking about that. I was laying out in the sun the other day. I'm like, how amazing is this that we have this freedom to start our own businesses and do this? You know, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you don't make the money that you need to be making. Sometimes you make a lot more money than you expected to be making. But the feeling inside of knowing that you are pursuing this and that you can do something hard is like nothing else. So I'm so happy that you're doing this, okay? Let's review real quick. The first thing you're saying no to is the status quo. You're saying yes to this whole new path and journey in your life, okay? You're saying, the second thing is you're saying no to building someone else's business and yes to the challenge of building your own because you wanted to do this and you're not going to let yourself not do this. The third thing you're saying no to, you're saying no to an unfulfilling career. You're saying yes to a career that is going to make a difference. Let me say that again. You're saying no to working in a career or a lack of a career. Some of you don't have a career right now for various reasons. Maybe you quit. Maybe you had family issues. Maybe you're raising kids, whatever it is. Maybe you don't have a career right now, or you had one a long time ago, or you're working in one right now. Okay. A lot of you have jobs, part-time or full-time, and you're starting to build this, and you're sick of feeling unfulfilled. Am I right? You're doing something that on a scale from 0 to 10, with 10 being the most fulfilled you could ever be, you're at like a 5 or a 4, or maybe even a 6. But you're like, there's room for more fulfillment. And what is it that makes you feel fulfilled in this business? And you know what it is, right? It's that ability to truly make a difference. You are so excited to use your God-given gifts, your passions and skills that are innately in you, that you're good at, the skills and passions that not everybody has, this unique combination. And you are able to make a difference in the world with that. How awesome is that? You get to use your gifts. You get to show up. You get to take on this challenge of starting a business. You get to work every week on it. You get to serve people. You get to make awesome products and services. You get to make a difference. It's awesome. I use awesome all the time, by the way. It's just a main word in my vocabulary. No more feeling unfulfilled in your job or career. Say yes to fulfillment and making a difference. Y'all, this is so important to realize in your head right now, these things that you are deciding, intentionally deciding to say no to. You are intentionally deciding to say no to the status quo. And it's intentional. You are putting a line in the sand. No more the way my life is going now. Doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean your life is bad. Okay? It just means you yearn for a different path, a little bit different. Okay? You yearn for more. You yearn to become the person you know you're capable of becoming, right? You're saying no to the status quo. You're saying no to building someone else's business because whatever job you're in, you're building some type of business for somebody else, which there's nothing wrong with that. My husband is in corporate technology sales. It has done very well for him and for our life. It has turned him into this amazing, intelligent, articulate, helpful, awesome man, as if he wasn't already. He was. But It gives us our 401k. It gives us our health benefits, right? It pays him a great salary with stock and all the stuff. Would never knock that. Now, he's wanted to start his own business at one point, but you know what? Right now is not the time. He's doing well in his career. He actually really enjoys it. He loves managing people. He's great at what he does. He doesn't need to start a business right now. But some of you, maybe you don't need to either. But it's bugging you so much because you've always wanted to do this and you're like, I need to get this going. You're saying yes to the challenge of doing it. It's just like years ago, I ran a half marathon. I thought there's no way I could barely run. I ended up running like 3 half marathons. I said yes to the challenge of doing that. I said, yes, I'm going to do this. I've always wanted to do this. I want to know that I pursued this. You know you want to pursue this business. You know that you've wanted to do this. You've had this little idea in your head. And I love it when I talk to y'all, even in the one-on-one coaching, because I see your faces light up when you talk about this yearning that you've had, maybe this love for something, this love for art or for baking or for making things or for helping others in all kinds of ways. I see it in your face and I love it. I see it over Zoom because I know the feeling. I know it. And it's so exciting. But you have to say yes to the challenge. This is not a vacation. This is not a vacation on the beach. This is hard work. Any of my Grow Getters will tell you this. This is hard. Every week, they're like taking steps and doing this and trying this. Everything's a test. We're all working. They're trying to get their businesses off the ground, and they're doing it. They're making so much progress. It's awesome. They're saying no to building someone else's business and yes to the challenge of building their own. Okay? Again, you're also saying no to feeling unfulfilled. Like you're sick of it. You're like, I want to do something that is fulfilling, that brings me joy. Who is that? Marie Kondo? Is she? I never even watched this. She's like a home organizer lady on Netflix or something. Marie Kondo. And I think I've heard people say that like when you're cleaning out your closets in your house, to say, does this bring me joy? Or something to that effect. No one, I know I'm going to I probably butchered that because I haven't seen it. But does this bring you joy? And now I ask myself that. I don't even know who Marie Kondo is and I've never watched it. But I'm like, does this bring me joy? No, this shirt needs to go. These shoes need to go, right? Same with you and your career. Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you joy? If it doesn't, there is a way to start a business on the side or full-time, get this thing going so that you can use your God-given gifts and make a difference in this world through your business. Because that's what you're doing. This is not just selling a commodity. You are not just there to just exchange money for a good. You are there to serve people and make a difference, and the money will come. If you're showing up and people know about you, the money will come. Okay? They'll see the joy that you have in doing what you do and the passion and care that you take in crafting what you offer, whether it's a service or a product, that it will make them happy and they will like to be around you and they will keep coming back. Okay? Remember, with your business, you're saying no to some things so that you can say yes to your greater future. I'm so happy you all are doing this. I want to invite you today. If you are not in my Facebook group, make sure you get in there. It's a free Facebook group for women starting businesses. I mentioned it at the beginning. Click below to get in. If you are just starting your business and you need like a plan with some checklists and action plans, I have my Just Start course that you can do on your own time. Maybe you've got a full-time job and you can just work on this at night or on the weekends and you can get through the course, okay? Then you can be all prepped and ready to become a member of Grow Getters in early 2022 when I open the doors again for new members. And what do we do in Grow Getters? We support each other, right? You get core trainings. You get a community of women who are all building their new businesses and trying to get them off the ground. You get a private podcast because you haven't heard enough of me talking, have you? You do get access to a private podcast called Mindset Matters. And so we work on your mind. We work on all the skills that you need and we work on giving you direction so that you can actually make this dream of yours happen and make money. So I'm so excited you're here. Make sure you check that out below. You can get on the wait list, and when I release the dates and pricing, you can be the first to know. So that is it. Thank you all for listening, and have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.